Welcome to Romero Movie News, a show that gives you the updates on all movies, whether they're good or bad. But as always, we try to keep this show good. I'm sure I messed up on that. I'm Shipperwar, and Romero's job is a lot harder than you guys think.
You're watching Romero Movie News on fucking YouTube.com. Oh, good for you!
First news is coming out of Disney's Wreck-It Ralph, which is an animated movie, coming out November of this year. And the premise of this film, I have to say, is pretty amazing because I didn't know about this news prior to Romero giving it to me. And when I read up on it and saw these stills from this movie, which is what the news is about, I was like, you know what? This looks pretty epic. It's a movie based on basically board games, video games, living in the same world, and this Wreck-It Ralph, this character Ralph, is sick of being the villain in every game. So he wants to go somewhere, another game where he's no longer the villain, and become a hero of that game. And just seeing these still images from this movie, it looks pretty epic because it looks like Candyland mixed with Halo, mixed with kind of like Call of Duty. And those are all great games, so this movie looks like it's going to be very, very fun. Second news is coming out of Judge Dredd, the reboot/remake. Well, 4 images have came out of that film. I looked them over, and I have to say, I'm not impressed by them. I mean, they look too much like the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd. I'm sure they're trying to make it like a better film, but I have this feeling it's not going to be any more better than the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd film was. I mean, nobody can say I Am the Law as good as Sylvester Stallone can. I'm just saying. For those who are watching the Super Bowl this past Sunday, go Giants, you most likely already saw the trailer to the new trailer anyways, to the Avengers. And I have to say the trailer was pretty spot on. It was pretty epic. My only issue with it is just this one scene where you see all the heroes are all like around each other. You see Iron Man with his suit, you see Thor with his hammer, you see Hawkeye with his, bow and arrow, which is supposed to be like all epic and stuff. You see Captain America with his, shield, and then you see Black Widow and she's loading up a handgun. It just seems so out of place of all things. I mean, at least give her a machine gun or something that seems more epic than a handgun. I'm just saying. Now here's some great news for those who are huge Blade Runner fans, which I know there's a lot of people out there. The movie has like a freaking cult following. So for those who know, they're making a sequel to the original, and now it's been announced, it is rumored that Harrison Ford is attached or in talks to be in this sequel to the Blade Runner film. And this is great news because I just feel that a Blade Runner film would not be the same without Harrison Ford. But with that said, why did it take him 29 years to finally do a sequel to the film? And the last news is coming out of Despicable Me 2. So it's been announced that Al Pacino is going to be playing a villain in this film, which just adds more to the excitement for this film. And not only do I feel this movie is going to be a lot better than the first one, just because of what they're like, the type of cast they're getting for this film, but Universal Studios here in Orlando is actually working on a ride dedicated to this franchise, and I feel if Universal is going to be spending the time and the money building a ride dedicated to this franchise, they're going to be spending the time and the money to make sure the second installment to this franchise is as good, if not better, than the first film was. So I'm really, really looking forward to this second installment. So that is all for this episode of Romero Movie News. Make sure to follow him on Twitter, like him on Facebook, and add him on Google+. And of course, make sure you subscribe to his channel because he works very hard and this is not easy stuff to do. And with that said, I want to thank Romero very much for giving me this opportunity to do a news episode. I really appreciate it and I had a lot of fun doing it, regardless how often I messed up during it, which was a lot.
You've been watching Romero Movie News on fucking YouTube.com. Click this yellow button! What don't you fucking understand?